Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to a new episode of the TCGScrubs podcast. So we're here. Apologize ahead of time for my camera and stuff. My computer is dead. I'm currently working on that, so hopefully. But I'm here now with
Oscar. I'm finally back after the not being here last week.
And I'm Joe from Not Joe's Corner.
Awesome.
As he says in the corner.
If you guys want to follow us, there's links in the description below. We have our Facebook where we keep you guys up to date, as well as Discord, which is a lot of cool chats and stuff going on there, sharing a deck list and all that. And also our Patreon, patreon.com/TCGScrubs, which is the reason I keep saying that this podcast happens is because of that support. There's a consistent cost each month to put this podcast out, so that's extremely helpful. If you guys want to support us there, we'll have a mini podcast there, usually weekly. And yeah, so we have a couple things we'll be talking about. We have our Ruler of the Week, we have a Tokyo GP, and some other tidbits. So we'll go ahead and get it right into it. Anything you guys want to say before we start?
I would definitely say, don't forget to check out Twitter and Instagram. I started using Instagram again. It's pretty fun. So if you want to just see what we're doing, you can check it out there. I take a lot of pictures when we're playing games and whatnot and start posting them. And that's about all I have. Joyce?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm working on some super secret stuff right now.
Oh, me too.
I can't tell you guys anything.
And we were gonna have cool animations, but I don't know if Colin can make those anymore for now.
I'm not gonna have cool
animations. Yeah, I was gonna make some stuff, but I'm using Melissa's computer, and it can't handle certain things, so I don't think it can handle what I want to do for Oscar.
Which is fine. We'll you guys at least will have like informational graphics on my video, like little timelines and whatnot, kind of going over the history of Force of Will.
Well, that's spoiler, Oscar. I'm not.
Well, wait,
nobody
I'm
knows
going over a secret project. Anyways,
nobody knows what I'm doing. So
the only thing I'm gonna mention also, you guys, is the Dallas GP is coming up, or Richardson GP is coming up on February 10th, which is like a month away, and Colin and I will be going to that. So hopefully you guys are too. Unfortunately, it's a sealed GP.
Yeah.
Which is weird because I know I'm not happy about it. I know Colin is not happy about it. But I asked people at our locals and they were excited and pumped about it because they're like, "Oh, hey, I actually have a chance to win."
Not all of them.
Well, when you were gone, I asked them, and all of them were pumped.
Not Alex.
Yeah, but the other ones were like Lee and Ben.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just saying. It was. Yeah, no, I'm not excited about it.
But I feel like we complain every week probably on the podcast about this and on your news. Yeah. But so we won't go over it too much more. But we'll be there. We'll be there no matter what. And we'll see all.
DMO 7.3 will be there as well. Yeah. Which will be cool.
So it should be fun.
Yeah, it'll be fun to meet people. That's what I'm going for at this point. And I also want to point out is we went to our locals, and I got second place with my Million 2.0. Should have gotten first, cause I just lost my very first round and then went undefeated the rest of the time. But
second place out of 8, by the way, which is pretty good.
With my every game, I did a clutch J activation and rolled a 40, and it was glorious, and I loved it.
I hate stupid. You just won because you rolled good.
No, I won because I was good, and I waited till I had 12 plus dice to roll.
Stupid.
It was stupid.
And I placed third with IU. Favor took it. So there's.
But yeah, so speaking of things that are taking it and having at least 8 people attend something, the Tokyo GP happened.
Yep.
So it was a pretty interesting lineup. So I'll real quick just name drop what the top 8 was. In order, top 8 was Fairer, Lumia, Fairer, IU. Nice and clean, easy to read. So 4 Fairers and then 2 Lumia, 2 IU.
And that list was in order, 1st to 8th place.
Yeah, so it was nice and grouped up. It was kind of interesting. So let's just based on the order alone, what are your guys' thoughts on that top 8?
I think it's interesting. It's weird how it all landed. You know, it makes everybody suspicious of it, but I guess it's possible to happen.
What? Do you have a reason to be suspicious? Was there a rumor going around or anything?
No, not that I know of.
Yeah, no rumors about the GP.
I mean, not that it's worth mentioning. I like I said, I had seen somebody mention somewhere that they cut it short a few rounds and just caught it there. But then a few moments later, that post was deleted, and then somebody else posted that top 8 was playing. So I don't know what happened, but
If any of you
like
guys know,
a can
comment
of
below and let
worms.
us know.
That's interesting.
What do you think of that top 8, Joey? Just the rulers. We're not talking about the list yet.
Yeah, I think it's getting to be pretty clear that Fair is probably in the best deck spot right now. I feel like, or maybe at least the most popular and most played deck. I mean, I think this is still a good range of rulers. Like, I think the total attendance was like 11 Fair, 7 IU, 6 Lumia, 6 Evil Tree, 2 Mikage, 2 Pandas, 2 Welsers, 1 Zero, 1 Soul, 1 Gil, 1 Kage, 1 Book of Light, and 1 Book of Dark.
The Gil
that was
being
probably-
Ahamat, just to be clear.
Yeah.
That was probably like 2 friends who came with a Book of Light and a Book of Dark.
Right. I thought it was interesting that
yeah.
six trees showed up and none of them made the grade.
Yeah. That is pretty interesting because a lot of people were, and I was thinking too that Tree might make it up there a little bit, but I'm glad that Lumia finally got a little bit more of a showing, and we finally got to see IU in the top 8 again. I'm not a big fan of Fair, especially with how big of a showing it is, so I'm still a little bit disappointed with it having taken 4 of the spots and
think you
consistently
don't like
being there.
good decks and like good rulers who are strong.
No, I don't
I
like
think you're just
rulers
contrarian.
that are stronger than other rulers.
So it makes what Joey said true.
Yeah, well, no, it's like each ruler should be strong in different ways. There shouldn't be a ruler that's stronger than other rulers because it's stronger than other rulers. It shouldn't be like Fair, where it's like, hey, it's strong because it has technically a cheap J activation. It technically is able to give barrier and buffs and things that aren't always attributed to green. It gets everything. And then it also gets field population and field destruction. It just gets everything. And so I don't like when they attribute everything to a specific color or ruler.
Okay.
Is my problem with it. Whereas Lumia is strong because it's like, why is Lumia strong? She has a cool blinking thing, and that makes for some cool, interesting combos. Why is IU strong? There's a ton of different combinations with her decks. With her deck, sort of one trick in how she has to basically deactivate and swing is her win con, but she's easily counterable in some senses and strong in other. But Fair is like, oh, what does he do? Well, he does everything. Why? And so that's why I don't like. Yeah, technically he doesn't blink like Lumia. I'll give you that, but that's about it.
I think you're just a contrarian. You don't like stuff that's popular.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You didn't like Reflector Flame. You didn't like.
No one liked Reflector Fade.
I love Reflector Flame.
No one liked.
I think
even
he was-
Oscar can attest to this. There was a whole thing when like Prisha was a big thing. No one liked
Yeah, you don't
Prisha. Like
you
people
don't like
literally
Prisha.
were playing Prisha who said they didn't like Prisha, but they wanted to win. But they genuinely didn't.
You
like
also didn't
playing
like
her.
Fox
Yeah, I didn't like. I like Fox now. Without Griffin, I
because
think Fox is-
he's not strong anymore.
Exactly. He's balanced now. He still has strong capabilities. He has potential, but he's not a tier 0 above everyone else. Turn 1 4 stones, all that stuff. He's everything should be the strength level that Fox is right now, where it's strong but it's not too strong. It has its own like combo and unique skill set that's unique to that ruler and all that.
So then, two things. One, I played a Fox this weekend at our locals, and I took it out quickly. It felt amazing. I always had an answer ready for whatever he needed to do to put in his advantage. I was like, no, not that, and let's do this. And, it was great. It was a 2-0. But with that said, Colin, do you think IU is too powerful? Do you like her?
No. I actually, when I played, spoiler, we did it, we filmed an IU game that'll be
versus
coming
IU.
out probably in the next week or two.
Mm-hmm.
That was the first time I actually played an IU deck that I can think of. I might have, no, but that wasn't the one deck I made. So this was the first actual IU deck I played.
The first good one.
And I actually thought she was pretty fun. I think she's pretty balanced because she has a really strong swing and stuff, but there's very easy ways to counter her. There's ways to counter her in the colors of yellow, red, and
Blue.
I think blue.
Mm-hmm.
Blue, yeah, blue.
Well, 'cause I
maybe
played-
green technically.
Your Milliam deck
but-
had that guy who would tap and roll a die and reduce her attack. So that was
Yeah, that was
tough to get
actually
around.
super helpful. My Milliam deck did surprisingly well against IU. I found out, but yeah, I think IU's pretty okay. Like I think she came out super strong, but I think it was the surprise factor. Not that she's not strong; she's still strong. But now that people know about her, like obviously you see people side decking.
Amateur's Foresight,
Burn to Cinders, different things like that. That if you get those off at the correct times, she's basically shut down and you win because she is, unless you put a separate win con inside the deck, she's basically all you got. So I think I is pretty balanced overall. Lumia was strong, but then they banned Hook, and I think that balanced her back out again because I think Hook was just ridiculously strong in her.
Oh yeah.
But I think Lumia for the most part is pretty balanced, especially with things like Keys' Call. You can just run that to help counter her. And but
nobody runs Keys' Call. Like no one ran Keys' Call in any of these builds.
Well, they will if Lumia becomes big is the thing. And Fair though, it's like Fair you have. It's green, so you passively have, as we'll see, a crap ton of cancels in your deck. You passively have barrier and all this stuff. Like, how do you get around something that has barrier and cancels and built-in and flying and other built-in things like that? So, I think Io and Lumia and Evil Tree and all that stuff are strong decks, obviously stronger than other decks, but I think it's not too crazy, and they're in the perfect position where we can have other outlandish decks suddenly come in. We can have Waylord decks come in and take it at random points.
That'd be amazing.
No one gets that reference.
We've mentioned the reference several times and explained it. I think
even then, if you guys get it, just let us know in the comments below.
Hashtag Waylord wins.
Or tweet us if you're listening to this on Google Play or iTunes.
Hashtag Waylord wins on Twitter.
I was getting a million hashtags. People in Pokemon like, wait, what? Waylord's relevant again? Because they have an expanded tournament happening up in Dallas coming up soon, regionals.
Yeah, Oscar's pretty excited for that.
I'm excited to watch.
Did you want to, real quick, no, we'll go over that later. So, going over the deck list. So, we'll just briefly give our thoughts on these. So, first place, so it's a Fair deck. It looks, for the most part, like your pretty standard Fair deck, unless I'm missing something here. It's got 1 less 7 wins than average. I'll give it that.
What is the red card to the left of the Sylvia's?
Oh, that's the promo card for the what's it called, Oscar?
I'm not looking at this picture, so I don't know what you're talking about.
The one-cost horse.
Sprinting Flame Horse?
Yeah.
Sprinting Flame Horse, yeah.
Okay.
Because, you're already given your deck everything else.
Oh, yeah,
but, so it's running, obviously, low reds from Fingal 3, pretty much all the elves you need, Mariabella. Flying Clouds, I'm noticing, are getting pretty popular. Which is pretty interesting, and it's running Demon Flames, which I think is unique to this deck. I could be wrong.
I didn't see any other ones running Demon Flames. I don't like it.
So it got first place, so I think it's meant to combo with Mariabella and well, I guess that's actually all.
Well, no, I mean it combos with almost everything.
I mean like a legit combo, not like I hit your thing and now.
Well, no, like it also combos with the White Falcon, and it combos with.
Oh yeah, I guess so.
It combos with. It doesn't combo with. Oh my gosh, the daughter, because she pretty much puts a Demon Flame effect on him.
Tia.
But that's gotta hurt running
Tia.
for Memorial of Reincarnation as well.
What's the card to the left of Tia?
Oh, and he's running 11 stones
That's
also.
Sha Wujing. Their spells cost 1 more.
See, I don't know. I don't like that either.
I like Sha Wujing.
He's running 41 cards and 11 stones, which I find interesting.
Another thing I know that a lot of people will say, and I don't know if our viewers would agree, but a lot of people don't necessarily consider the Japan with the meta and competitive. So nobody's gonna build these decks and go to the GP, who are the usual top people.
And if you're curious about this, it's in the Facebook US group if you're curious on the exact top 8 deck list. And I'll also have an article for this going up on TCGScrubs.com either today or tomorrow. It'll be up on the website, so keep an eye out.
What do you guys think about the little red the fairy tale?
It's really
I think
good.
it's good.
I actually played a fairy deck this weekend with the Ayu, and it was just coming in and swinging big because he would have it, put one down, it would have swiftness because he had basic greenstones, and swing in for 8, drop another one, swing in for 8. So
Was it just because he was running basic greenstones, or?
Yeah, he had a green black build, so it was green black stones and a couple of killing stones, and then the rest were just wind stones.
So the second place was another fair. So this one's interesting. So this one was blue instead of red, green blue, and so it ran the Void Cost Machina. It ran the something possession, the one cost that gives you plus 200 in precision first strike or something else.
Yeah.
And
The card.
yeah, and this obviously it ran, or not obviously, it ran yellow as well to run Dawn of the Earth. And it randomly, I was pointing this out, it's a 41 card deck, and that 41st card is just one random Millennia Bond. No more than that, just one.
He has 2 Millennia Bonds on the sideboards, I guess.
Yeah, but it's weird that he just has one in his main deck. Like, he runs 4 Outer World, 4 Severing Winds. And so there's a...
What's the card to the right of Melfi?
Yeah, that's what I just said. That's
Machina.
So that's interesting.
He has the pay 300 life, produce a color, and you can only do it once per turn. That's it.
Cool.
So, yeah, so it's got this, obviously Melfi's, your standard elves and falcons that you need. Well, only one falcon, actually, I take that back. And some interesting cards in the side deck also. It looks like just a hodgepodge of things to counter people, like Keys' Call.
I mean, the Ice Shackle is weird, though. Like, why? What do you Ice Shackle?
Shackles of Ice.
I mean, probably because this gets probably shut down pretty hard by Mikage, so if you face a Mikage, it's pretty useful to have with you.
Yeah, I'm not sure there's at least.
Does that work against other fairs?
No.
I think
No.
Does it?
It's only rulers, not J rulers.
Well, no, but
I'm
Fairs
talking about shutting down
tapping.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, it does.
interesting. But yeah, so that one's an interesting
that's an
deck
activate
list.
ability.
Yeah.
I guess it's fancy. I don't know why you wouldn't run like the Foresights though. Like that just seems like the go-to.
No, that's in the side deck. Isn't that 2 Foresights?
Is that what that is? Is it a promo or something?
I think so.
That's so gay. Whatever. Whatever.
Oh
it's
yeah,
just
spoiler. Joy told us he hates Gatchalog.
It just doesn't make sense. Just give me a damn deck list.
Some people go visually. Also, I just want to say I like the Shayla's Returns.
Yeah.
Oh,
those
yeah,
are
yeah.
super good.
I mean, he just bounced back those Marina Bellas.
Yeah. Third place was our first Lumia deck. So it ran a lot of the standard stuff you see in the Lumia: Sacred Elves, Birds, the new Seal Kitty Cat, which is a good idea. No Tamas, which is interesting. It ran Lumias from Vingo 3, and a whole bunch of other cards. 4/4 of the cancel spells again, obviously. Anything else standing out to you guys?
No, I mean, I like that Seal's there over Tama. It's a little bit better.
Yeah, it makes sense that because you already have Birdie and you have Sacred Elves for your 1 cost, and you have 1 cost in the form of Outer World for canceling and stuff like that. And
It's like, what's the win condition for this?
this one's probably hinged on J activation, maybe.
No, I think if it was J activation, you would have had the Nyar in the main board, not the side deck. But I think it has to do with Joan. I'm not sure what Joan's text is.
Is it running a 3 Jones and 4 of the Joan cards, or is it running a different mix? I can't tell what those cards are.
So what it is 3 cards that 4 of them are Joan. I'm not sure what the other 3 are, but Joan herself is 2 black. She's a 7/5.
The other 3 are probably
the card gains swiftness, and this card cannot be destroyed as long as you control 3 or more J/resonators.
Yeah, I mean,
second part is if this card would deal damage to a J/resonator, put -1/-1 counters on that J resonator for each 100 damage instead. So that's 7 -1/-1 counters.
The other card is definitely the card that fetches Joan from like the top 7 of your deck or something. I don't remember his card.
No, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No, I'm looking at the picture of the artwork. I think that's somebody
It's
else.
gotta be.
No, I'm looking at the picture of the artwork. You're talking about Faith and Darkness, and
It
she's
could be.
praying in front of a cross, and she's not doing that in that picture.
It could be a promo card of it.
That's not existent.
Yeah. Anyways, so 4th place was another Lumia. So this one, this one's also kind of interesting. So this does Thomas instead of, and only runs 1 seal randomly.
Yeah, that's the Faith in the Darkness card. With the white hair. You're crazy, Oscar. The card, the 4 cards right to the left of the Bear Magic.
I got mixed up. The 3 are the Joan. The 4 are the Darkness cards.
Yeah.
I thought that
Yeah,
the
that's what I
4
was saying.
were Joan. Colin didn't say anything. He didn't even contest me, so he thought it was 2. Moving on.
4th place, so like I said, Thomas, but it does run 1 random seal and 1 random raw golden bird.
Raw's pretty good.
Yeah, I like.
Yeah, I would
I
run
don't
more
know
of
if
it,
you
honestly.
just
I
have
really
1.
like raw.
I mean, you swing with it and you can just bounce it back to your hand. I guess you can't. You flicker it, so I don't know.
Oh, with Joan.
We run 2 of the Phalas that creates token copies of Resonators. Runs the what's her face from Mingo 3? I forget her name.
Who?
What? The one on the 3rd row.
Frigg?
Frigg.
Frig. Yeah.
It runs a Manicore. That's cool.
Yeah, it runs a Manicore. That's super cool. And then your Amaterasu's foresight, I think.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
then your 8 spells, of course, 8 counter spells, and yeah, so it's pretty interesting deck. Like none of them seem
9
pretty
counter
like
spells.
standard.
Yeah, fair spell. Yeah, I feel like it
yeah.
has too much like one-ofs. Like, why 1 Cecile? Like,
Yeah,
why
I hate
1
one of
Raw? Like, the 1 Raw really rubs me the wrong way, because, like...
But I like a lot of one-ofs in my IU deck.
Yeah, it's 'cause then...
Anyway,
It was a joke.
Okay.
It was a joke.
All right.
Anyways, I
Next.
think I'm wondering if in the with the Manticore they get into play and using Phaley, they like clone it. That'd be cool.
oh, and then just blink like no tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just keep disrupting your hand.
Oh, you could blink Fairly and have her keep cloning it as well.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, and
I like
Frigg,
it.
and Frigg is great because it brings back like your counter
Yeah, you
spells
just-
and
You just blink
And
for it to
Manticores.
bring stuff back.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I did it.
yeah,
I
kinda
actually am
digging
gonna
it.
build this so we can play with it. I want to see what it's like.
Yeah, I'm kind of digging that. Yeah.
I mean, I feel like I would tweak stuff. Like, I hate the Machina. I don't. Let me look at what he does.
Yeah, I mean, I guess a lot of them like it because they're just fixing that color. Like they need one more of a certain color, so they're fixing that.
Well, I like him because you get to make. He's basically mana ramp, but
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They even did that in their stone deck. They ran 2 1-ofs. That's great. So next we have back to Fair. Pretty much
sounds so sad, Colin.
It's the
Yeah.
same one from before. We'll just
Yeah, it's pretty much
I mean,
identical.
she has feasting the
1 random
and 4
Millennia Bond. I
Machinas.
don't get it.
What it was is 2 friends running the same 41.
I think it is because it's the same
It's not the same
sideboard
41,
too.
though.
Yeah, it's the same sideboard too.
Yeah, I think
It's got
they copied
feasting
each
to
other.
space spinning winds though.
It's
got
okay. I'm
4
bored with
Machina.
it. Next was another Fair.
Whatever, man.
This looks like a more.
Real quick,
regular
I just want to
Fair.
prove Joey wrong. I went back to the second place list. It's identical. The feed things are in there too.
Yep.
All right, so like you were saying, going on.
Suck it. So this one looks a lot more like your standard deck list, running more play sets and then only 2 ofs when it's needed and stuff like that. No random 1-ofs, which is nice. Runs. This is the interesting one though, because it doesn't run a single Severing Winds, and it runs 2 Severing Winds in its sideboard. That's the thing I thought was interesting.
No random one-ofs, and there's like a random one-of third row.
Yeah.
Third to the right.
Oh, that one doesn't count.
But I like the Deep in Flames. But I know they're just pairing that with Tia's ability when she comes in, probably. But
Yeah.
that's pretty neat.
And this one does run Final Breeze as well.
Or even they're pairing it with Falcon. That's actually pretty neat.
Yeah. What's card to the left of the Flying Clouds?
That's Final Breeze. I just said that.
I thought Final Breeze was the one to the left of the Otherworld Dreams.
No, to the left of the
The-
Otherworld Dreams is the 1 cost. Is that the 6/6?
Is it
Oscar?
deal 6, the Windblade?
No, buff 6/6.
I'm lost where you at.
third row next to Outer World Dreams.
Oh, the one up? I think it is the 6-6.
Yeah, bust something 6-6, I think. If we're wrong, apologies. So moving on.
Are we gonna have like pictures up of this?
Yeah. Well,
Are you gonna edit that?
I'll have the either when this video goes up or the following day with the news. TCGScrubs.com. I'll link it below in the description, and it'll have them all.
No, I found it. It's True Blade of Spirits. 1 cost, green, quick cast with Remnant. This card deals 500 damage to target resonator with 2 costs or less.
Yeah, that was a card I thought it was. Well, no, I actually thought it was Windblade, which is like deal
For the flyer.
100 damage. I think it's deal 300 and then +1 for each windstone you control.
Oh, okay.
I forgot Final Breeze was a card.
Next is Final Breeze is pretty awesome.
Lists are nice.
So IU, our very first IU. So this one, just off the bat, I thought was interesting because it had Wind's Secluded Refuge in it, and it runs a Machina as well. I'm trying to think.
It's also 43, which is weird.
It runs the Fissure, so it's got that destruction.
The 3 in the top row on the right are interesting.
Does it run? Yeah, is that Frigg?
Yeah, Frigg, Machina.
That one's that Were Rabbit that goes with Kaguya. I forget what she does.
Yeah, no, I
Neo Barrier.
I'd be curious what this how this deck ran, because it has obviously the standard stuff, but it has a lot of this one runs a Final Breeze as well, along with it runs a bunch of cancels actually. It runs Final Breeze, Severing Winds, Millennia Bond, Outer World, and I think Farrah's spell right there.
There's a Facebook comment that it's almost card for card Aaron Miles deck.
Which one?
I don't know. From the New York City 2K.
Oh, is it?
I don't know. I'm looking at the.
You know, guys, if y'all want to run a list, I'll share mine soon. You can run it card for card. I won't be offended. Just letting you know.
And then last IU is a 40 card deck. This one's kind of interesting. I can't tell what all the cards are, but it definitely looks different. Right, Oscar?
That's super different.
Which cards are you guys looking for? I mean, it looks like a fast mono red burn.
It looks like a lot more red dependent.
Bird top row, that dinosaur chew over. That's weird.
Who?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 in from the left.
Yeah.
6, 7 in from the left, and then the last 2 on the right. There's a lot of weird stuff in this. I don't know why. Or how well it works. It got the guy top 8, I guess, so that works out. But
I mean, it just seems like aggro, like
yeah,
Melgus,
it looks like
Melgus is good. It's got Blood Boil. It's got the.
Looks like almost he was planning to try and have just other win cons for. He was planning on people being able to counter IU, so he's trying to create other ways to win outside of just reactivating.
I actually really like this deck. It's got a bunch of fast red stuff that almost no one plays. Like no one plays Hoylosaurus. No one plays the 2 Melguses. It's got that beast one that has swiftness, like the 3 cost beast, I think.
The one second row, second to the right.
Yeah, on all the second row, yeah, second from the right.
Yeah, he has Bloodthirst as well, so he has to swing.
Yeah, I don't know what the top one to the right is. Like the one right next to the other Melgus. That red one. I don't know what the one next to Sprinting Flame Horse is.
They're all just aggro red stuff.
Yeah, it's just.
But it's the basic point of it. But yeah, so that's basically the gist of it. So it's very interesting. Even though it was a lot of standard rulers, with the exception of 2 of the decks, it was a lot of very interesting combinations and variations of the decks we've seen before, which I kind of like. I'm very curious on, like I said, of that Lumia deck. That actually seems super interesting.
Yeah, I'm gonna save that right now so I don't forget.
Like I said, hopefully I'll have the article done so you guys can click on that and follow along with us.
So what are you guys' favorite decks from that top 8?
I'm gonna say that Lumia, the second Lumia.
I agree.
I'm gonna go with the red IU that had the Melgus, Hoylosaurus, and those red guys.
So
that seemed really interesting.
No, what we're gonna do is me and Joey are gonna build our favorite decks and play against each other.
And I will watch.
I would actually rather go with the Joan of Arc Lumia deck. because I feel like that was really interesting.
Yeah. All right, so moving on.
It was a solid 20 minutes.
This is.
It really was.
Don't worry, it was a lot longer than that. So, was there any points you want to go over before we went to our ruler of the week, Oscar?
Yeah, actually, I was pretty pumped because the thing I remember that you heard me like typing away on, that forced the redo of the intro. But ARG states are back.
Oh yeah.
And I saw the post. It was on Saturday night, and it was Jim. Jim said that states are back, and one of the cool things he was going to allow was for in areas where a store either doesn't exist or won't host the ARG, players can apply to be able to host it. You're still paying for the kit, and so you're gonna have to make that money back with entry fees. But either way, you can now host one yourself, or the store won't.
You should, in case people don't know, what is ARG States?
It's essentially an event that happens from ARG. It's a company, a third-party company that works with Force of Will, and I believe they're once every 3 to 4 months. It's kind of like a seasonal thing. They each have a like Christmas or spring type of a thing, and they send a store kit that includes a playmat and invites to their larger event that's a few months out, and which is usually a money prize. I mean, that's really it. You go to it. We went to one that was in Austin at Dragon's Lair, and about 21 people showed up, which I wanted to correct Daniel's last podcast with you. Colin's always thinking there's like 30 something people. There's 21 people at the ARG we went to. But yeah, it's just pretty much store run.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty excited. I'm definitely looking forward to hopefully trying to put something together in our area, since we're near the Austin area. We might be able to get something going, and it'd be nice to do a competition that's constructed. That'll be a lot of fun.
I'll put this image. I'll add this image into the video. But the playmats are actually different this go around. They're more in the. Some people seek these out. They're those weird, really large square ones that are cloth-like. People will take those with them. Everybody really wants them because there's some older ones that are expensive or something. But they're in that style.
One.
No, it's not like that either. But it's that size. And you made me lose my train of thought. Anyways, it has a dark Riding Hood on it, so I thought that was pretty nice.
Yeah, no, they look pretty cool. So I'm pretty excited for that, especially if we're able to get one going here. Yeah. And I forget the details of the event that if you top that you're able to attend, but it was pretty good pricing and stuff. If you're able to get to if you win the ARG and are invited to the main event, that main event is pretty awesome. So I'm really excited about this. I really like ARG State's idea behind it and all that.
$2,500 prize for the Invitational, which is during the summer in Philadelphia, August 10th through 12th.
Yeah,
that's what you're winning invites to.
Yeah.
And it's a cloth Ophidian mat.
Yes, that. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. Any thoughts on that, Joey?
Sounds interesting. I know if you're looking to go for that invitational thing, then it's probably a good thing to go to. The playmat sounds nice.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't go to my invitational that I was invited to, but it's just too much for. I don't know. It depends. Obviously, the scene's grown more, so you can expect more people to be going for that, the scene and the tournament scene.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's really pretty. I like that.
One last bit is there is a date on when the event is going to take place, which is March 3rd through 4th. So stores or players who are trying to host them need to start contacting ARG already to start setting that up.
Yeah. So go to whatever your biggest or most dedicated locals is for Force of Will, and start setting it up and getting the word out if you think you can have a big enough showing for it. And that'd be pretty awesome if we get a bunch of these going to really incentivize ARG to keep doing this year after year, so we don't get any more breaks from it. It'd be pretty awesome to help build the game from the ground, because these sorts of competitions are really, I think, what really inspires interest in the game and bringing people in, because a combination of if people are just visiting the store and they see this competition going on, or if a lot of people, their first foray into something is through a competition like this. And just because that's just what they like to do, is competitive stuff. And a whole bunch of different reasons. But if we're able to get this going consistently across the U.S., that could also force a will to say like, oh, all these areas that are running the states were able to get this huge showing just passively. Maybe we'll add more GPs in these locations next time around. Instead of 8 GPs, we'll have more because we can see there's actual support in these specific areas.
And I really like your point of like it's something competitive that's like a little bit smaller than the AGPs and like this that was it was kind of my first like competitive event period, because like in Magic I never went to like anything crazy, like just like small local stuff, and then like I don't really consider the Pokemon thing to be like the states there to be like something that was competitive for me, because I wasn't trying to bring like the best deck or like really like
that was a big event. No.
Well, no, it was a huge event, but like I wasn't like invested into it, like I wasn't going into it expecting to win or like trying to win or anything. And then like whereas ARG, like I was trying very hard to like, this is like my first like official like tournament thing that I wanted to win at.
Yeah.
And so so it's really good for like that, bringing people in for that.
Oh yeah, it's definitely a great intro event. If you guys can guarantee like 15-20 people to go, I'll definitely start pitching it to your store.
Yeah.
And have some fun, because the one thing I like that Pokemon has is they have league cups and city events that they get to go to that are essentially these hosted by Pokemon that they can go and compete for, earn points, and go to their bigger tournaments.
Yeah. Yeah, and like Oscar said, if your store isn't able or doesn't want to host it, then if you're able to get enough people to commit to it, then you can host it and just have it covered by the entry fees and all that, so you can still get it going. So
just make sure to check out alterrealitygames.com for more information.
Yeah,
or their ad. That was cool.
Any other points you want to go over?
No, that was it. I was just really pumped about that. We can jump into Lumia now.
Okay. So the ruler of the week this week we chose is Lumia.
And real quick before you jump too into it, what we do is every week we will pick a ruler. We kind of go over cards we think that would go well with her. We'll stay away from a lot of the obvious things, say some cancels like Severing Winds or maybe Tama and whatnot. And we try to hang out and like what could she put in to benefit her a little bit more than she's already going right now. To kind of help influence you guys what you can add to your list, maybe that you forgot.
Yeah. So, and Lumia can play it a lot of different ways, I feel like. And so our cards we choose could also be dependent on the type of deck that we personally like to run and all that. So that's also something to keep in mind. There's a lot of different play styles for it. So.
And I think this go around, the cards we're staying away from are a good amount of the red-white cards that are obviously meant for her, Crimson Ray and the edition she runs. But beyond that, what did you guys come up with? Joe, do you want to go?
Yeah, I'll start. Well, I think something that I really thought was pretty cool was Manticore.
Okay.
No, I'm kidding. I didn't. That'd be crazy. I picked that.
Like, wow, he cheated.
No, I actually went with something that was. I wouldn't say common, but something that I've talked about before, and it's Mosasaurus.
That was one of my picks.
I mean, really, like he's basically like the hook of like budget hook. But I don't know. I love his like his effect, and he's like really big. Honestly, I feel like he could be even like better than Hook, since he doesn't need to hit like special magic stones, and I don't know, most stars are super cool. But I know that
he's what Hook should have been to begin with, in my opinion.
Well, I like how he's like Hook is based on like denying and like setting you back like 2 or 3 turns. Like Mosasaurus is like a little like less good, because he's more based on like getting the tempo for the next turn set up. Like,
I'm talking like balance wise. This is what Force of Will should have started with, rather than going out swinging with Hook. No, I agree. I actually think Mosasaurus is a very underrated card right now. I actually ran it in my Millium deck that I got second with. It's the card that I seek out with my Alabaster Dragon Princess Rescue. And so I'm able just to pop it in and it's able to rest, like you said, it doesn't have to be special stones, it just rests 3 stones that don't recover during the next phase. Or you have a secondary effect, like especially late game when resting stones just doesn't matter anymore, has the secondary effect of destroying the rested resonators, and that could be a giant resonator or just something that's annoying like a flyer and stuff like that. I really like it.
If you don't mind explaining, what does the Alabaster Dragon Princess Rescue do for maybe those who don't know?
Yeah, go for it.
Oh, for Millium, it's it has 2 effects. If you control light and water resonator, you get to do both effects. The first effect, or the second effect, is you roll and you gain life times 200 of whatever you rolled. This first effect is you roll and search your deck for a light or water resonator with total cost of that or less, and you just put it straight into your field. So I usually have Pandora on my field already, so I'm using 2 dice, so I'm almost always guaranteed to grab Bossasaurus every single time.
Nice.
Yeah, the average is I think like 6, right? Because 12 men. So
yeah.
You should
and
be.
He's only 5.
Colin, when I was playing him, I think rolled 3 dice. It's a video we recorded. You'll see this soon. But he had 3 dice he rolled and got like 17, or not 17, like 16 or something crazy.
Yeah, no, it's. I wish I should just like for funsies run like. I feel like there's like 1 or 2 resonators that are ridiculously high cost, and I should throw those in there.
Just randoms.
Yeah. But yeah, I like that picture. And with Lumia, you can just keep blinking it and potentially infinitely rest those 3 stones.
Yeah, well, and I really like the idea of like, if you get them early enough, like you could put them down like turn 5 maybe, and then like and then like next turn like you attack with 1, you play another one, and so like you like that one activates, you blink the second one out and back in, and now all of a sudden like you have 6 stones that aren't that they're pretty much like you kind of lock them out for an entire turn. Yeah, I feel like his tempo is like really underrated and can be pretty good. But
awesome. Oscar.
Yeah, so my pick was more of like a Tama replacement, and I feel like it was better than Tama. It's not an obvious, not Seal, but a Lily Spirit Bug. Drop it in for 1. You swing with it for the 1. If you're lucky, it doesn't die. Just flicker it into turn. So you drew 2 cards off of that. Maybe did 100 damage to your opponent.
Oh, that's a good point. It has swiftness. Ooh. I like it, Oscar. I like it.
Oddly enough, none of those Japan decks ran it.
Because Lily Spirit Bug sucks.
No, because it's a good point, because she blinks, tap stuff, so you're able to draw the card, tap it essentially, assuming they don't, like you said, don't kill it, and then you can flicker it, draw another stone, and now it's untapped.
Yeah,
and
I do kind of agree that it seems to be a better Tama just because of swiftness and being able to, like I remember when you were running your Lumia deck, Oscar, you would play you would play Tama and then the swiftness card on him, right?
Yeah, sometimes if I needed that draw power, yeah.
Exactly, in order to like attack with Tama and blink him. But Lily Spirit Bug does that by himself. Like, yeah, he's the weakest, but Tama, like if you attack with Tama, you're doing the same thing. So you're trying to blink both of them.
That's my pick.
Interesting. So we got Joy with control, Oscar with
More
drawing. No, I think it's just like preparing to do stuff.
Dude, Lily Spirit Bug is like super control.
Nah.
Like, drawing cards is control, period.
So the card I picked, so it's all about like sort of gaining the upper hand on your opponent, being able to populate your field while still retaining the value and being able to play stuff on your opponent's turn and playing more stuff on your turn, and basically just keeping up this constant like high will production. So my pick, since obviously if you're running Lumia, you're running a Panda deck, would be Gemblade Emerald. So and the reason I picked that is so Gemblade Emerald, it's a 4 cost, and has the effect when it enters the field, recover up to 4 magic stones if you control wind gem. So all you need is a wind gem. What you do is you play it, you recover those stones. If you have a field card or some other thing that gives it swiftness, you can swing with it, or just wait till your next turn, and you just can keep flickering it to keep recovering those 4 stones. And if you have multiple in the field, or if you have one and you flicker it, play another that recovers the stones and different things like that. So you constantly are can like have it on the field, attack with it, spend 4 will to play some other resonator or some other effect or J activator or something like that, and when you flicker them you get those stones back going into your opponent's turn, so you can have will up to cancel or play another 4-cost resonator, just a whole bunch of different things. I think her flickering on that inside of especially a panda deck, it doesn't even have to be a panda deck, it could just be running him and discovery, so you have draw power and you just gain green gems on top of that draw power, and running that. So that's my pick, is so you can run discovery with it, so you have draw power and will production on top.
Where
of that.
are you getting your gems from?
I just said discovery.
I thought discovery. Oh, that was a different one, wasn't it?
So 1-cost quick cast, draw a card, get a gem of any attribute. So you just get a green gem, and now suddenly you can play Gemblade Emerald. So it doesn't even have to be a panda deck. It could be a normal deck. That
Sounds
just
like a
runs
panda deck.
Recovery. Well, obviously, if you want to run Lumia to its full potential, you do a panda deck. But on the off chance you don't, you just run
As soon as
discovery.
you, I feel like as soon as you want to play Gemblade Emerald, you have to go a little bit of panda.
Nah,
Like, what if you
because
just don't
nothing
draw
about it is
discovery?
panda dependent. It's only gem dependent.
What if you don't draw discovery? Like, you have 4 chances to get a win gem. Otherwise,
you can't play this until turn 4. So you have 4 turns. So that's 5, 6, 7, 8 cards, and if you mulligan, that's potentially 13 cards that you've gone through. So
well, I mean, if this isn't a panda deck, then you could probably get it earlier since you're playing things like Sacred Elves and Melfies.
yeah.
You don't want to, though. You kind of want to save it to get its full effect of recovering your stones, I feel like. Because you don't want to play it and then it only recovers 2
You'll keep calling
stones.
stones throughout the game. You keep flickering her, like you said, right?
Yeah,
You get
but
it in early.
still. It's not as urgent, but I feel like getting to discovery won't be a big problem. Point is, it's a really great card,
Yeah.
especially for flickering.
I see where you're going with it. I feel like you gotta go with gems. Once you go with gems, I feel like there's better options. But I would be interested to see like a deck like that. I like the idea of Gemblade Emerald and like being able to keep up stones, and my other issue with it is like you're not doing anything with that flicker. Like, you're flickering it and you're getting the stones back, but you're getting the stones at the end of your turn, so you can only play like quick cast stuff at that point. 2
things. One, like I said, you make it a cancel deck, so you can run or just a lot of counter stuff. You could run I forget his name, but the 4-cost resonator that's quick cast that does damage to attacking resonator, and then you can use him as a blocker. There's other cards like that as well. And then I would focus the deck, not focus, but I would also passively make it so the deck I can J activate as well. And so I have the J activation, so I can just swing with her to flicker. And then that brings in the huge ramp of being able to just play a bunch of big stuff, especially if I run things that can recover as well.
You could totally run Trapmaster in that deck.
Trapmaster, that's his name.
Yeah, he's 4 mana.
He is underrated, in my opinion, as well. But yeah, that's my deck.
Okay, interesting.
What do you think of that, Oscar? You think it's pretty good?
I think it's okay. Yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, you're obviously running a panda deck, but it's okay.
Only if you want to.
Of course, you always gotta take it to the panda.
Yeah. This was a natural fit.
Guys, if because we always run short on what ruler we should run, and we don't know what to do. But if we've done this before and we've gotten recommendations, we've gone over them. But if you guys have a specific ruler you'd like to see, I guess if it's one we've done, we could do it again. But let us know in the comments below, or tweet us at TCGScrubs.
And I had this idea, but I don't know if it's something you guys want to see. But the sealed GPs, I had the idea of going over maybe the draft rulers and what cards to look for. If you're doing sealed, and what cards to look for to build a deck around different draft rulers. If you guys are interested in that, let us know. Because that would probably take a little bit longer to go over, because we'd go through all 5 draft rulers in one video. So that'd probably be like a whole podcast. So if you guys would rather not see that, but
which decks are they getting from sealed?
what?
You're getting 6 packs and you're making a deck.
What?
You're getting 6 packs and you're making a deck.
Right. I'm saying which
That's
packs
also-
are you getting?
We don't know yet.
We don't know yet. Don't worry, the company's working on their communication.
I'm just saying we have 2 sealed videos out there.
Yeah. But the
No,
part
no,
we don't,
talking
we
about
don't-
the drafts ruler specifically.
Yeah, I
Basically,
wasn't the draft
substituting that
rulers.
instead of doing ruler of the week, we do draft rulers
Oh, I see what you're
for our
saying.
ruler of the week, and talk about for each ruler, we each name our one card you want to look for in the sealed
Like
format.
podcast wise.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
And if it goes by normal format rules at the sealed, it'll probably be like half 80k, half Ancient Knights. But like Oscar said, we don't know for sure, especially since I think one of the sealed take place after the next set, possibly.
No, the February 10th is when we're happening, and it's sealed, and the set comes out in March.
No,
Are there
there's,
other
there's
ones?
3 sealeds total.
Yeah.
Oscar.
Oh yeah, I mean there are some that are going to happen afterwards.
That's what I just said. Okay.
I didn't know.
So-
okay, I was not
so-
listening, really.
Don't worry, it'll make it so sealed is super consistent across the board, and we definitely only get the players that are good at the game. Anyways, but yeah, so let us know what you guys think for that. And any other tidbits we should go over before we send off?
I got nothing else. Thank you for listening.
Yeah, we'll like I said, join our Discord. We'd like to talk to you guys.
It's way more active than it's been in the past, so I think you definitely enjoy it. I
Yeah.
like it.
And we also ask for ideas and give you guys news updates when we took the video down and stuff like that. So it's a good way to get information via that. And yeah,
Yeah.
See you.
see you guys next time.